All right, Tom, how are you?
I'm fine, Gennady. How are you doing today?
I'm great, thank you. So we will have today a webinar about the new AppSumo offering that we're listing right now. And we're going to go over through the details of this offer on AppSumo. So I will explain some things. You can ask me questions. And also we will have a quick session of onboarding so people can understand it. And also we will quickly talk about the roadmap. So what we have, the major milestones in the roadmap. And also we talk about our new, not the functions, a new feature that we have, a content marketplace, which will be using the Blogly app as a backbone for the writing and transferring and trading content. And also we're going to talk about some time for questions, quick Q&A. So whatever notes you make, you think that I'm not covering in full, we can address them after. So a year passed by since we turned on the first offer on AppSumo.
Has it been a year?
It has been a year. Yes, it has been slightly a little over. Actually, when we went on featured select listing, yes, it was about a year ago.
Okay.
And it was, I believe it was in February when we turned on. So we had some good sales and good traction. We gained our 5,000 subscribers. So
Nice.
we sold some lifetime deal codes. The structure of the deal is a lot better now. So we are expanded the limits and we also added additional features, and we're going to discuss that.
Okay.
Let me share right now my screen so we can go over quickly. In the meantime, while your timer is ticking, so let's go over this current coming soon. So it's going to be turned up tomorrow. So this deal will be live tomorrow. This is our reviews. And by the way, you see my screen, right?
Yeah, I can see it fine. It's looking good.
Okay. So this is our reviews for the past year. Of course, the major visibility we had when we had the select listing last year, about a year ago. We stayed for 2-3 months, I believe. And after that, the deal was ended. And we was keep building and keep expanding. We had the major milestones on our plate. One of them was building the marketplace, and another one was building multi-user capability. We named that team seats. So team seats where you can purchase it done. You can add the teams who you will be working with. You can assign tasks. You can create different workflow steps, and you can fully control the workflow of the collaboration.
Now, it's from a user's perspective, a lot's the same, but a whole lot more is new and improved since it went on AppSumo before. So I think people are going to be really enthused when they see the changes that you guys have crafted for the software. It's pretty impressive.
Yeah, thank you. So let's discuss quickly here what's the Blogly is all about. Many people who will see this webinar and they would understand better. Some of them never tried Blogly. They don't know what it's all about. Basically, right. Blogly is, if I can concise this in a couple of sentences, or actually one sentence. So Blogly helps anyone to create content, optimize it, keep all the assets, and publish it on the multiple platforms that we have integrated with. Primary blogging platform is WordPress. So our major focus on the publishing on WordPress. So right. Blogly allows you to not only to create, but do everything with it from start to finish. It's all in one platform from start to finish, and managing all your content inside one place without even going to the content management site like WordPress. So you can do everything in Blogly.
Right. So from your Muse inspiration to making it live on your blog site. Everything you need to do, you can do inside Blogly.
Yes, you can do starting from the research of the topics, checking them, comparing to your competitors, finding the keywords, optimizing the content, creating, collecting all the snippets, keeping the library of assets like images. Any kind of file can be linked to your documents quickly and assigned, unassigned. You can create different search results and doing different searches, collect snippets of materials and have them easily aligned to your, quickly aligned to your current article that you write to the split screen. So all of this is inside Blogly.
Well, we're going to talk more about that on the onboarding. So let's talk about the how the deal is going to work. First of all, I watched the video. How did you like my long hair that I put on for that video?
Very nice. It's close to my long hair. So
yeah, it is. But yeah, let's talk about the deal. The video is very descriptive, and we'll get into the onboarding steps that we recommend shortly. But how does this deal going to work?
Well, we have 3 codes that can be purchased. So what for all the codes, you will have a lifetime access to Blogly. Okay. And with the very first code, you have the standard features like you will have unlimited articles writing. So yes, you can write unlimited articles. There is no limitations. We used to have limitations a year ago, but we removed that completely limitation from Blogly. You have editorial calendars, you have versionings, templates, you have backups, historical tracking now available.
Yeah, and that's of course, a nice update.
Yeah, and of course, SEO optimization. It's a very simple, no high-tech skills required. So you don't have to have any kind of like the programming background or understanding of marketing background. You can do easily content optimization on the spot. So with a single code, you'll have 2 portfolios, you'll have 1 website, you can do the 20 research documents per month, and you can publish 16 articles per month. You can write unlimited articles, but publishing slightly different. Publishing, that means you can sync it to your, with 1 click of the button, you can sync it to the WordPress blog, and your article will appear there.
We're going to talk about websites too, correct? That's a single page website. It's not like going to Wix.
No, single. Let's don't get confused. Single page website. That's a different thing. That's okay. That's about you're talking about the portfolios. But talking about connections, so you can connect one website. So whatever website you have, 80% of bloggers, or actually 80+% of bloggers, maintain their blogging on a WordPress. WordPress is a quite complex platform, very difficult to work with. You need to understand and learn many things. So still, you do need the WordPress to publish and maintain your blog.
Right.
But now, once you connect WordPress and Blogly, you can publish directly from here without even going to WordPress. So you can connect with 1 code, you can connect and operate on 1 blog. With the 2 codes, you can connect 6 websites, and with the 3 codes is at 20 websites. Basically, this one is more for the agencies. This is where you can connect your clients' WordPresses and maintain the content for them without even going to their website. Once it's connected, you keep publishing anywhere you want to whatever connected websites you have. You have many more research documents here. You can publish starting from the 2nd code. We don't even limit on the publishing. You can publish unlimited articles per month. You still have a limited research docs, and also you will have in addition 120 SEO monthly heat map credits on multiple on the 3 codes, you will have 250 SEO monthly heat map credits.
Gotcha.
So heat map credits is a separate functional that I don't want to get in right now, but in the simple terms, you could see that screenshot right here. Those are keywords, and this is your competitors. And those are color-coded heat map that allows you to understand how well your competitors are optimized for each of these keywords. This is the name of this is a SEO heat map.
Right. Cool. And so this goes live at 12:01 tonight. Is that Greenwich Mean Time?
I'm not sure if it's at 12:01, but I know it's starting tomorrow. And I'm not sure what time. Do you see the time anywhere?
No, I do not. That's why I was asking. I don't know how they determine when they make the deal live. So
it wouldn't make too much of the difference. Doesn't matter what time. I know that's gonna be live tomorrow.
Okay.
I wrote a pin post here. So the pin post explaining what the benefits actually are, and like summarizing what you can get with Blogly. So let's go over this so it will be easier to understand and easier to understand the benefits and opportunities you can get with Blogly.
Right.
So let's discuss that quickly. To bring the traffic, you need a content, and you need lots of content. So landing pages
ain't easy.
And it's not easy. Landing pages will not do a thing. Of course, there is another option. Many people buying the Google ads, Facebook ads, paying for thousands of dollars a month. I know people who pay $25,000, $30,000 a month. Having a small business, having even a small, really tiny business, but they pay so much just because they figure out, okay, if I pay for every, say, $100 I spend, I get $110 back. So, or say $105 back. So basically, this $5 to $10 difference makes them invest into the ads and bring the traffic. You can imagine that instead of paying $20,000-$25,000, if they would have the same traffic generated by proper blog that they would build, if they create lots of content, they would save those $20,000, $25,000, $30,000 a month.
No kidding.
Yeah, and granted, it's not an easy write the content. It's a tedious. It's a lot of work involved. You got to do the research. You have to create not just the content. You write not just the content. You have to be engaging and interesting, something interesting to read. Don't think that AI can save you, because AI just give you the pluck of the some kind of bunch of words that are related to the topic you write. It's more or less okay, but it's nothing that excites, nothing that interests you. You gotta have a logical chain of your thought. You have to have a personality behind it. So if you don't do it, people are not interested to read about it. I mean, you might have some interesting facts, but you need to also to have a content that enjoyable to read.
Right. Well, that's something that's spoken about a lot. Today's modern readers, if you will, like a story, and they want the information, but if you can package it with a story and your personality, they're going to flock to that more than just if you want to read statistics and AI, just go get an encyclopedia and read some articles. But
and
this helps you coordinate all the things that need to happen to go into that and in one app. I think that to me is one of the most important things. Is whereas I used multiple apps before, now I use one. I use Blogly.
Exactly. So you, like in the past, if you do the research, you open 100 different tabs, you might keep open your Google Doc or say Microsoft Word to collect keep the snippets, keep the references. You got to save the links where you got the content, so you can come back to that in the future if you want to get some more information. And even if you say maybe you quoted some content, you got to keep a reference to where you got them from. So you put it underneath. You may bring up the images, and also you need to put the reference where you got the content from. Otherwise it's just pure stealing of the content. So basically what you gain with the benefits of what the benefits of Blogly can provide. Of course, you can create the high quality content that make sure that I'm stressing out. You put in your heart in the content, but the app helps you to write it faster and easier because you have everything next to you. You can publish content quickly without dealing with WordPress complexity. You can sync to your control your entire blog. So within a few seconds, I can bring the full list of all my existing content from the blog that I already have. Doesn't matter how many articles I have. I have 200-300 articles. We can sync all the list, and you can selectively start importing and improving them and publish them back, republishing them on your site. You can of course eliminate all this tedious consuming searches. So you deal with one app. You can use the comprehensive research docs to keep all the snippets. You can organize everything in one place, your multimedia, your links, your backups. It's a built-in backups. Of course.
Yeah.
And of course, also you can, we created the team functionality, so you can collaborate now easily with and manage your content with the other parties. And you can create the workflows. You can assign the team members to the workflow and to specific steps in workflow. And of course, you can schedule an editorial calendar. You can have the editorial calendar. It's an easy, simple look of editorial calendar where you can see all the published and unpublished articles. You can drag and drop your articles where you want it. We change your published date so you can see what the status of each article is. You can optimize the SEO, for SEO in minutes, and you don't have to be, I wanted to say brain surgeon, but you don't have to be a marketer. You don't have to be a marketer to understand.
Or a rocket scientist. How's that?
Rocket scientist. Yeah. And of course, our new introduction is a marketplace, which we will talk later today. That's the place where you can sell. If you are a freelancer, you can sell your content. You can put it up for sale, and you can, if somebody interested to buy, they will buy the content from you. And also you can buy the content, so you can see the content is somebody is offering for sale. You can purchase the content within a couple minutes. You can already publish it with a few clicks. You can publish it on your website.
Right.
So
cool. All right. Well, we got about 10 seconds. So let's talk about the roadmap, and then we'll
yes,
move on.
Very quickly about the roadmap. So yes, we have some milestones ahead of us. We are working currently as we speak. We have a social media campaigns also being introduced. So you will have the capability of publishing on the multiple, like Facebook, LinkedIn, and Twitter. Those three platforms are major social media platforms, and we will integrate with them. You can create your publishing. You can create your post here, and you can publish it on in a recurring schedule, even on a recurring schedule, and publish it in advance on the social media platforms. We will be working on, after that, we'll be working on the AI assistant. So it's an AI writer and AI summarizer. AI writer, again, it will not, don't think that total replacement of yourself with artificial intelligence. It simply helps you to structure and get your content kind of rough draft prepared. So you can get your kind of writing draft using AI, and you can just quickly push it into your content, and you can improve it as you go. So it's a very quick writing capability. But again, remember that you are behind the wheel. It's not the AI that doing everything for you. It will also summarize it. Also, the final.
I like that feature of it.
Yeah, summarizer will be also very quick. But for AI assistant, I just want to warn it. This one is built on the credits. So we have a credit system. It's not a part. AI assistant and AI writer and summarizer is not a part of the paid plan for anyone. So that will be a credit system, because the more you asking and we create a request, the more we pay, the more you pay with the credits. So you can buy a bunch of credits and use them accordingly to build your content, or you're summarizing your content.
Right.
So in the final step on the roadmap, we're looking at the goal that we're going to. So basically you will have we turn the portfolio into one-page blog sites. So they are right now, in fact. The only one thing is a difference that we don't have yet optimized them for SEO. So you will have ability to analyze your traffic. So we will incorporate the analytics for the portfolios, and you can actually take the portfolio and turn it as a subdomain for your blog. So the complete portfolio will be your you can connect it and set a subdomain as a one of the portfolios on your site.
Right, and that's what I was referring to at the start of our talk here. We'd been discussing the one-page website blog, and was top of mind. So
yeah, so one-page blog is the one that you don't even need to get to pay for any hosting. You don't need to do anything. All of this, just simply keep creating your content, writing the content in the Blogly, and just simply assign to specific portfolio. And your portfolio is your blog site. So it will be visible. You can set it on as your subdomain, and you can share it anywhere. That's on your subdomain with the CNAME. We will have a templates where you can select a specific design and layout, and with the time we build more templates.
Okay, well, let's close this session, and next up is going to be the onboarding.
Yeah, okay, so let's review how the app look like inside right now. We will have some small tiny changes on UI in the next say week or two. Will be maybe some color replacement, but other than that, will be layout will remain the same. Now, when you go to navigation page, of course, navigation page explaining the major functionalities and a quick access to what you can do in Blogly. If I open it without opening advanced view, you can clearly see what you can do. You can improve your blog by simply importing your blog site. So when you connect your WordPress, and I can show after how it look like, you can bring your blog list, and then you selectively start from very first blog article. You can improve it and update it and resubmit, publish it again. You can create new content. Of course, you create articles. Articles are not only actually used for, primary focus for us is a blogger, but content can be used not only for blogging. You can do the transcriptions, you can use it for the copywriting, you can use it for the translation. Doesn't matter. Content is the content. Create an article. Article is like a generic name for the piece of content that you use. So articles, we name them articles. So start new research. You can do the research here. You can SEO optimize any article. You can maintain your editorial calendar. You can publish it on CMS. You can get the feedback. So basically sharing your any article with just a couple clicks. You can share your article, get the URL, and share with anyone. URL, they can write you feedback, and you can preview feedback and reply to that feedback inside the article. You can manage your portfolios. Portfolios is if I would change slightly so somebody understand what the portfolio means. Basically, your portfolio is just like it's a one-page website. So this is the blog where you can put your content. You can showcase your content there. You can use it also for like a news feed. You can also use it for tutorials. Doesn't matter, whatever you want to use. Those are just one name as a portfolio. But basically,
this is not where I can manage my massive investments in stocks and real estate.
No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right. That's not NASDAQ. I'm sorry. That's not NASDAQ. That's your portfolio. That's your content portfolio. And of course, you can share on social media, but sharing and posting are two different things. we will have the capability of posting, posting directly on a 3 major platform, as I mentioned before. Just a
that's coming up in another segment, right?
Yeah, that's another
Cool.
segment. We can just quickly go over that, so they will be easily understood. Here is also what you have at the prime functionality. So you can create and manage your workflows. Workflow is the step-by-step what need to be done. It's very quick. It's a selective process of establish the steps. You can decide whether you need to do the research, you need to do some writing, some editing, some proofreading. So whatever you need to do, you can just simply select it, predefined work steps, and those steps can be filled with your team members. So you can assign team members, specific team member steps, and they can go ahead and do that only when the time comes. So they cannot do it all together. So we have thought out about this process. We'll have a separate video recorded about the workflow. Collaboration is the part of the workflow that the teamwork. Collaboration is building into article right now. So I will show quickly how it's being done. Scan for plagiarism. We integrated with the third party of the plagiarism, the copy leaks. So no surprise there. And I hate that when the people asking, oh, why the plagiarism is not free? Well, because it's not free for us as well. Every time, every page we send out, we got to pay. It's very simple credit systems set up. So basically, we're just doing a favor, and you don't need to create an account with them. You use it through our app. You just simply design this have a similar credit system. You just use our credits, you buy credits, you use it to get your article scanned for plagiarism.
Yeah, and that's a key element. The plagiarism is, nice part about the credits. If you don't use it, you don't pay for it, and I like to run I pride myself on original content. And I wrote an article for a client yesterday, ran it through the plagiarism checker, and it came back 0 duplication. And, that's what I strive for. I don't always get it because of common phrases and things like that. But anyway, we'll talk more about that when we get into it. So I'm new to Blogly and I want to write an article. What is the first thing I need to do?
All right. So now when you log in on the app, you will have pretty much, let's say if I show like this, so you will have like something like this. You have in the middle, you have like a note here explaining what it will be, what's the Blogly is all about. But this is your page of the content right here. So you might start from navigation, but navigation is nothing more but just a quick access. But you don't have to start from here. You can start from here if you click on the logo. But if you go to articles, you end up on this page, which is this one, is a content.
Right.
So this one is a primary page for writing the content. You can start writing the content just simply by clicking on button new and giving a name. So the test, new article, say if I just do it like this, when I click OK, it will create me. I'm now inside the article itself, and now it's a plain, it's a blank article with just having a name. I can go back by using this arrow. I have multiple tabs, and I will explain what it means. The left side view is split here, and this is for your outline, for your workflow, and for SEO. You create your blocks first before you can even write. So you write in the specific blocks. Each block will be displayed here and separated by the dotted line. So you could see every block. The block names are here. This is your outline. This simply when you create new block. So let's say my block number 1, if I just simply click enter, I get into multi-block creation in one view. So if I can do just like this, say block 2, say do the intro, I do the summary, and now I create the 4 blocks at once, and now all 4 blocks of the outline is being created, and you could see them right here. And when you hover over it, you can see every block here. You can write here when you click on the top, but that's not the primary place to write. So you can go inside the block, and this is the place where you can write your content. So this is the block view. So there are 3 different levels in the app. So if I can go back into Blogly, so in the content page, so this one is my content page. This is the articles tab. We have a folders and we have a blogs here. I will explain what the blogs is just in a few seconds. So this is the article that we just created. I have no content yet there. So just simply the name, and I can get inside. When we created the outline, as you can see here, now you can access to each block with clicking on any of this block name here, or just when you hover on the right side, just simply click on the block and you are inside the block. This is the 3rd level, the deepest level of the app. So you in the block level, so you write the content block by the block, so 1 block at the time. The major difference between any other writing application, so you have the assets on the left. So this is your panel. You can open the panel simply clicking here or clicking here on the shrink. So when you click on the open the assets, so this is the place where you can have all your available assets next to your article on the left side. There is a research. There are notes that you can select, and you can reuse the notes from a previous writing. So you can find the notes because they are tagged, or you can just simply find the notes by any keyword that you type. You can use the library, and always you can see the filters on the bottom, whether it's article related or all. You can find the previously, say, you can see I have 68 pages of different images, different stuff that I already used in my content. So if I want to move any of these images here, I can just simply select here and click copy to craft, and it will paste it here. And I edit it using this menu option here. And of course, I need to click on the button save. If I save, it retains. If I don't save it, it will not be saved. So,
but it does tell you that it prompts you before it deletes it. So
yes, yeah, it will always prompt you. If you don't want to save, it will not save when you exit it. So every time you save, if you click on the button save, it keeps the copy of your previous all the previous versions. You can see the version history is here built in. Just quickly, I'm gonna show here like this. So when I open, you can see I made the multiple different changes, and I can see the change. You can see I wiped it out right here. You can see the version here, and you can see in red here. I can always restore it with 1 click. So you could see that how quickly it can be restored, and I can quickly see all the article, all the different versions in the history. And also it provides me the name. It is especially important when you work with a team member. So you know exactly when somebody was changed something, and you can always restore it if some other issue came up. And you can always go back and find the different versions that was saved. By the way, this actually saving of the different versions being done automatically every time you click on button save. So we keep it in history. All right.
That's worked out. I've used that feature when I've made mistakes. The system crashed one time just for whatever reason. And I went back in. I was able to restore from one of the backups. I didn't lose a thing. It was great.
Yeah. So also just want to point out some really neat features that you might use, because this is where the essence of the actually good content management and comes in. So we have like a complete incomplete functionality. We have a hide unhide. Let's say if I want to hide it, you can see the eye showed up here. When I get out, you can see this the block being hidden. So you can see the article is here, and it tells you that block is invisible. So if you try to print it, you can keep your notes. So how you can use it? You can keep your notes. You can store some material that you don't want to publish. Maybe you want to be part of the article, but visible only to you. So basically, it becomes like a private note. it's especially interesting when you write a book. So that's what I'm saying. The publishing for the WordPress or trying to promote the website is one thing, but another thing is just writing the content, writing the book, writing any kind of, say, I don't know, maybe essay or whatever you want to do is very helpful here, because we have many other small things that helps you. Like, for example, we have things like here's a complete, incomplete. Let's say if I say here complete, you can see, I'm not sure if it's visible to you, it turns the green. So this one is a green. Let's say if I go to intra is also, let's say I want to complete it, whatever I say I have here, it also will be green. So you could see now block one and intro is green. And now each block is independent. I can move it around. Let's say I want to put intro up front. You can see now intro becomes the first block. I can manage it, just drag and drop, just manage it here. Or I can just simply clicking on specific block. I can filter that block or multiple blocks on the left. And every time I select here, I can always do this action in a batch. So I can let's say I have many blocks here. I can do incomplete, hide, unhide, or anything like that. You have a plagiarism built in here. When you click on audit, this is where we will communicate with the copy leaks. So when you click on scan, we calculate how many credits are required. If you have a credit, you have to. If you don't have a credits, you buy credits. There is no, again, I don't want any confusion. Some people are saying, oh, I just dislike the app because the credits are not free. Of course, they are not free, because the more you use it, the more it costs us money every time you use it. And it's not the part we're paying our subcontractors. So we just simply transfer the cost to you for a minimal as a minimal cost. We don't make as much profit on it. So we just simply don't want to go broke, but we want to have that functionality built in.
Well, we can talk a little bit more about that on the marketplace, because you have to run that plagiarism scan or you can't publish anything for sale. And we can talk about that when we get down there, but that actually is one of my favorite features. So
yeah, now let's just quickly go overview here. So what you can do also here, of course, besides of writing the content, just simply creating a block, managing block, and each block, it's just like an article on its own. But keep it, my suggestion, keep each block in reasonable size. So you don't want to go between maybe at the maximum 3 to maybe 500 words maximum. You don't want to make two big huge blocks. So keep them as a smaller, because every block is all pre-formatted. Each block is a H2 headers. Anything inside is H3 or below, basically H3, H4, H6, or the regular paragraph. And that's exactly how it will be published. So when you're ready to publish, say when you write a block, you can optimize it here using SEO. Just make sure you use both tabs here, because both tabs brings you different functionality. This one is a focus. This one is a focus keywords, and another one is recommended keywords. Recommended keywords, we're basically using our methods and approach how we can collect and provide you with the 50 recommended topics, or basically keywords that you need to use in the article, and how many times this keyword should be present in your article to be considered by Google in the Google searches. So this one, when you click on manage, just simply say get, provide your query here, select your country and language, and then we will populate, we'll give you the keywords. We give you relevance and distributed and suggested. Suggested, we suggest you, but distributed, we calculate how many times it's found in your content. Okay. Now, when you're ready to publish,
I was just going to say the entire, one of the most compelling features about this is that everything is there. You don't have to, like I've got another window over here. I don't have to have a reference document over there. I don't have to have my OneDrive open so I can go grab an image. It's all right here, and saves a lot of time from bouncing back and forth. And it also is your memory. So when you use something in a document or in a section, in a block, you can go back in and look at it, and you know exactly where it was. So and where it came from. Sorry, that was my feed.
Yeah, the workflow, I will explain this in a different view, but basically it's assignment and execution part. So each step has its own meaning, has its own assignment. So you can create assignments and assign people there. And then clicking the complete, you basically close this and the steps become completed. It's crossed off. You can assign the dates, and that will be visible in your workspace. That's beyond that. I don't want to explain here.
Yeah, that gets to be pretty complex. I mean, it looks
it gets complex. So let's move on
it's
now.
It's got a lot of moving parts.
Yeah, let's move on to the next. Now we talk about very quickly about publishing. So when you go on the WordPress, let me show you quickly. So before you publish, now you want to connect the WordPress. Very easy. I had this question so many times. Oh, why? Oh, my WordPress is not connecting. So two things. So here I keep my WordPress alive here. So let me show you quickly. Here in the users, and you go to profile. You don't even need any plugin to connect your WordPress. All you need is just go to users word profile, scroll all the way to the bottom. Make sure you use your username. So your username is important. That's the one will be used during connection. And also your website. So your website is right here. That's the website you will put in during connection. And now password. Password is on the bottom of the user profile. And you will have this section. It says here, add new application password. It's already built-in WordPress functionality. Some users don't have, so very few users, like 1% of users, for some reason. I'm not sure even why. Probably restrictions on their WordPress setup. They do not have this functionality. They probably not turn in some kind of API communication. So what they're doing, very simply, if I show you here, I call it, say, Blogly or whatever I want to use the name. Just put the name here and I click add application password. It just create this application password that you need to use during connection. So three things. When I'm going to connect the WordPress, so basically I need to go back in the settings, go to integrations, and here's the place where I can connect the WordPress. Once the WordPress is connected, it will show up in the connected services. Just like this, I have multiple websites connected here. I have Shopify connected, I have Medium connected, I have a Ghost connected. I have 7 WordPresses connected or 8. So those are some customers of WordPresses. So when you need to just connect it, here it is. As I told you, this one is your website URL. Do it just like this is written here. Shows example, WordPress username. Again, don't get confused. This is your WordPress admin name, exactly as it is here in my WordPress. That's this one, username. That's the one need to be used. And then this is your password that you gain from here. This is it. All you need after 2 straight things are being entered here, and you enter here the password, right? You will be able to connect. Once it's connected, get you to the next screen, and you can test it. In the drop down, you see if the authors will show up. If the authors will show up, because at least one admin as an author will show up. So if you authors will show up, that means you have a proper connection. If they are not, that means you have some kind of restriction, probably antivirus. 2 things: Cloudflare and the WordFence are caused a known issue. You need to whitelist our IPs, and we have that in our whitelisting IP. It's very simple, just 2-step process. Just to enter our IP there and allow that IP to communicate, and that will work. Then it will work fine. So here, what will happen when you connect it? You create the content, you build the multiple block, you optimize it, you add the images what you want, and then you optimize it for specific keywords, and you're ready to publish. All you need to do, just go to publishing, select the publishing platform, click here to select your WordPress site, because you might have multiple. Then add the slug, select the status, draft or published, select the authors just like that, and select the published date. That's all you need. And just next step, and you just click submit, and within like 2-3 at the top, maybe 4 seconds, the block will show up. If it takes more than 4 seconds, you need to let me know.
Okay.
Because something then something goes wrong. But normally it takes about, say, 3-4 seconds to publish.
Right.
At the most maybe 5 seconds. But if your runs in spinning, that means it's not doing something is not right. So something is not connected properly. So you might have like this one. If the author does not show up, yeah, you might have some problems in something preventing API communication. Okay. Also, you can add the excerpts, but you don't have to. You don't have to use this because if you have already post ID, then if you want to, you can add the post ID to existing block. We'll replace that block.
Right.
Now, remember we talked about this feature about here when we started. We talk about the improve your blog, right? Go to blogs.
We've run out of time for that one because we're right at the 15-minute.
All right, I'll take 1 more minute here, but probably it's not gonna take more. Here's a blog, and I'll show you very quick here. Those are all my blogs here. In the green, they means I already have them in my system. But basically, this is my app, and I'm using my app for publishing the blogs. Now, if I want to, let's say if I delete the list and I want to see, I select this, I see I deleted the list. Now, if I refresh it, now I want to bring back all my list from my WordPress site. All I need to do is just say get, select my connected blog and click OK. Within you can see I got about 90 different blogs, and that will show up in the next within less than a minute. So when they will show up, I will be able to import if I don't have anything yet. See, now it shows already green one important. This one is not important. Usually you'll see all white, and all you need to do, just click import folders option, just click OK. It will import that particular blog, and then you can just do it. You can improve it, enhance it, add the images, add tables, whatever you need, and just publish it back. When you publish it back, we know exactly post ID. You don't even need to think about anything. Just simply, simply publish it with a click of the button, and you're done. Update it and publish it again. A lot of times I have like 10, 15 different corrections before I finally satisfied with my article. So it's natural. You probably need to publish a few times, but again, so you bring whatever you're publishing blogs you have and publish as many times you want. Okay, that's what's beautiful. The next we have?
Oh, let's see. Next, we're going to talk about, we're going to do the spoiler or a trailer for social media.
Yeah, social media, very quick. So we're working on social media. Hopefully within the next 2-3 weeks, by end of this month or early February, we're going to release it. So very, just a quick overview. So you understand the social media, when you create the post inside the article, will be a social media tab next to the plagiarism or next to assets. So you will have the social media post. What you can do there, you can write the content here. It's an original. You can select the services and list that they will show up here. You can add the image or images here. And also this is a shows the link to the article, and the hashtags are here. You can post it instant for instant posting for a specific site, or you can just click on the original. When you post it, we'll post everywhere you connected it here. Wow, you can establish the schedule or put it in a future schedule, or you set the recurring. So this is the posting automation. So again, we're planning to populate, like you can populate in advance for say for this week or next few weeks, all your social media posts, and you automate them for multiple connected sites. Again, we will start with 3: Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. I think that's the most desirable social media platforms for promotion.
Well, I think so too. Although I did a presentation years ago, like 5 years ago, and I just ran a survey. So how many social media platforms are there? And there was like 600 and some. It was like, okay, that's fine. Some were pretty obscure.
Yeah. So as you can see, social media right here, this is the tab that will be added in as a social media tab. You can start posting here. The social media also will be independent next to the articles. You can independently start the posting directly from here. So some people some people may not be up to writing the full blog, which is blog posts are usually say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 words, but they are more likely say publishing and maintaining the publishing campaigns for the social media, because social media usually it's much shorter. It's short, says from one sentence to few sentences, but they will be automated directly from here. When you click new, you can see the number of posted, number of connected platforms you have for this particular post. If you have a media, the image will show up here. You'll have how many schedule, you have how many recurring here, it will show up. So every time the recurring happen, this post will be updated and moved up front. So you always see the latest one. The date, last of the date will be visible here. By clicking on this post, you can get in exactly in this one. So you could see and you can manage it. You can stop this recurring schedule, or you can change your hashtags or update the content. And this is the social media view. And again, like I said, with the newer design, some slight design changes that we'll have something like this. You will see this social media next to articles. So you might write, say, one article a week, but you might put like 50 different posts to promote this article, and they all will be visible here. And also they will be visible inside each article. You can see the post directly will be lined up here inside the article, so you could see what belong to this article. Make sense?
That's in keeping with all the resources in one place, so you don't have to go out to a social media management platform or app to drag this over there, post it out there. I mean, it's becoming its own universe here.
Yeah. So now let's talk about one more thing that we haven't talked yet. So it's a marketplace. So of course, but before we a few more things before we get to marketplace. So let me show here the quick overview of this menu. So this one is research. Research also, you can do the research inside the article, but also they will show up, they will have a separate dedicated page for research. You can see all your researches here. You also can find them by the tags, or you can group them by the tags. When you enter research, there is a full functionality, which I don't want to get in. Here is a competition. Competition is nothing more. This is the heat map that I've been talking about. So this is the competition view. You can see that how we do this review of the competitors. We're going after each specific keyword that you collected and analyze your competitors. You have a way of deciding who are your competitors, or we give you SERP result by a specific request. For this SERP, we give you top 10, we'll bring them here. And also the keywords you collect, we will also provide you the topics that they use. We will also incorporate them here, and we will show you the volume and everything. And also you will see how well they optimize. If it is red, of course, goes to like 89%. You can see they're missing, like we didn't find in the featured image name this particular keyword, right? But everywhere you can see how well they rank for each keyword. So we give you this 10 by 10 view, the 100 different results in one view. So this is the competition. In the next one is the assets. We separated the assets. We show you the notes, media, library, templates, and links in one place separately if you want to do some kind of research what you got. Also, you have the calendar. The calendar is right now is for publishing. So for publishing on a website, so you can see this one was, say, published. This one is unpublished, but I can drag and move it around anywhere I want. It changes the scheduled date. If I click here, I can enter it directly into the article. I can see the scores, I can see the comments. So this is the This is my view of the published, and here's the unpublished one. So whatever I have unpublished, I can take this unpublished, I can move anywhere and drag and drop it anywhere I want. So also here is once you select this here, you can see its highlights in red. If I select it here, you can see which one is on the left side. This one is for articles. Similar calendar will be for social media. You will have a lot more scheduled posts, and you can see what's going on in this kind of monthly view.
So that will be a separate calendar tab, or
it will be a separate calendar tab for the social media.
Cool.
This is the portfolios that I have. I have, say, 4 portfolios. I have webinar, short series. I have my newsfeed. I have tutorials. Like this one is exemplary portfolio. I can just open it from here. This is, for example, how the portfolio look like. You can see it's just like a blog site, right? So you have each article, say here. When you click on this, you can enter the article. It's a link right now, locked right now for the each. By table of content, view individually. If you unlock it, now you could see the whole thing scrollable. It's designed in such a way that you potentially might have really long content, and you could see that it might slow down on the performance. But if you say here, view individually, you see specific block one at a time. When you go back, this is like a block view, and here are your topics. You can quickly filter it by topic. So this is the portfolio. So you can understand, this is what you see is only one design, like templates. In the future, when we create one page design, that will be like many templates. So it's basically one page view where you will have your blogs will be there, your content will be there, but also in the form of could be tutorial, could be a newsfeed, whatever you want.
Well, I use it. I have several portfolios, and depending on the type of writing I'm bidding for or you want to be considered for, I will send them the appropriate portfolio. And then, I don't have to email them a bunch of docs or anything. I send them the link. They click on it, they can get in and see everything. And it's very cool.
Oh, very quickly. So talking about links, say if I'm in my content and now I want to share one of my article quickly with anyone. So all I need to do is just create that, share the link for the feedback. Like here's this one is a testing article, and all I need to do is just right now it's right here, and I just say get, and this is the link you want to share, and I want anonymous feedback. I can just simply click copy this and click OK. When I've done this, let's say if I go to incognito mode, and I'm putting now this link, and you could see exactly this particular block. You can see this block is hidden. That's why it's not showing up.
Right.
So let me correct that. Right. So if I go, you see this block 1, it's hidden. So let me just remove that. If I go back, and now if I going again to the incognito mode, you will see this block. Yeah, now you can see.
Now it's back.
So you can, with one click, you can hide the blocks or anything you want. All right, so
it's very, very nice. I mean, it's kind of like it's replaced my resume, which was old and stodgy anyway.
Yeah, you can consider as a resume, but some people I'm thinking that once we create the one page blog. So that will be the whole, you will replace your website. It's just like, you don't even need, if you run like just a blog operation, why do you want to have, many people just don't want to bother with complexity of WordPress. Just simply have one site very quickly. You can just set up the portfolio, and about setup takes about, say, a few minutes and you're done. You can connect your articles and you are there. So now workplaces. So let me just finish on this one. So whatever you saw that I have here, the article that I have shared for on the WordPress, that means I created the workflow. So when I click on it, I expand my workflow, I can see what needs to be done, and I can see what the current step is. So just that will be enough, right, to set about this, right? And also I can see who is the person behind it, because I have multiple people connected.
Right.
Who's the person responsible now for this blog? And I can always, if I click here, I directly enter this article. And now you can see this person is currently on this blog. It has a say date set up. I can change a date. I can change different person, or I can just simply say complete and now move on to the next block. And this block is already not available to this person. Actually, it's not just block. This person, it will be taken out of the editing of the article, because on the workspaces, they will be able to see my articles in my client's view. That's the place where they can enter here. They will appear them something like similar to this one, and they can just simply, they will see their step available. They can enter and start working on that. So this my client's workspace is designed for the collaboration with the client and a freelancer.
Gotcha.
Now, next one is analytics. Again, that's not available yet. We're planning, we just added there, but I think many people can get aggravated or disappointed when they see this pop up and the sorry, functionality not available yet. The only reason why we're doing it, just because we want to let them know we are working on it. It will be eventually there. We'll provide you the view of analytics where on each portfolio, on each, even of your feedback on the article that you sent, you will see who will be visiting your site or visiting your portfolio or visiting your article. You can
So
share
it's kind of
article.
like Google Console. Is that?
No, it's not Google Console. We're doing we just use our. You don't even need to sell. That will be already.
No, I'm sorry. I should rephrase that. It gives you the same, some of the same analytics that you.
Yeah, I give you visitors. Yeah, you have a complete breakdown. Yes. So on the bottom here, you have access to tutorials, but we will have, for now, we still have tutorials in that you could see. This one is in our, this is one of our portfolios being used for tutorials. So you could use this. We're planning to, I'm preparing in some other way, the tutorials will be updated. So that will be also in the additional thing. You can see our testimonials. So you can read what other people are saying. So I just simply select sometimes the interesting phrases, what the people are saying. So you can read about it and you can understand how it's works for other people. Okay. So also we have, you don't see yet here, but we are planning to add that. It's will be the marketplace. It's listed right here. So when you click right now on this, you can go directly into market.blogly.com. We haven't promoted yet, so it's just kind of sitting mute. But I can show what basically is the final result of the marketplace. So any article that can be sold on using Blogly can be sold on this place. So any talent, the freelancer want to post their profile, they can do that just by simply setting up here. You can see, Tom, this is like your thing here, right? So right now nobody yet having any history, so it's a brand new. This is a profile information that you set up, and this is your portfolio. If you click here, the articles that you have in your portfolio show up here. And if somebody wants to read it, when they click on this, they go directly into your article. They can see how you write, what does it have, so they can simply estimate what you can do. Now, in the marketplace, you can see the articles for sale. You can filter them by price, by word count, optimized or not optimized when you click here. So let's say here is the article for sale. So you can see the description of the article, short description. You can see the plagiarism report, and you can see the optimization score, how it's being optimized for this particular keyword. So you can see the table of content, but you do not see yet, nobody will see the content yet until it's being purchased. So what the concept is this: you place the article for sale, you identify what do you want, how much you want to sell the article for, And then you have to go through the plagiarism scanner. And I can show quickly here. Let's say if I go here and I go to this test article and I want to now publish this, let's say I build this article, write this up, having a really cool article which I want to sell. I haven't published it yet. So I'm going through, instead of publish, I'm going through sale. So when I click on a sale, I have to accept this to move on. So this is a test and identity. Here is, you can set up your article description. You can just prepare the text. You can paste it here. You can add your industry. So you can say, what is the industry? For now, we allow just one of them selected. So you can select electronics or something. You can say, okay. Right. And then you paste this. You go to the next step. Here's the place, simple. You can select what the language is your article is and what the price is. If I want to price it at $100, currency always will be USD. It will be converted because sale will be done in one currency. But right. when you get paid from this proceeds, you will get paid in your currency that you set up in Stripe. When the connect the Stripe is very simple, I can quickly show. But here's one more step you need to do is a run scan. So when you click on scan, we calculate how many credits are required. You click OK, you will have to pay for this scan. It depends on the number of words. So it's counted by page. Each page is up to 250 words. It needs 1 credit for 250 words. Quick example: 1,000 words article will cost you 4 credits. 4 credits, very simple. Translation into our US dollars is 10 cents per credit, so it's 40 cents. So 40 cents will cost you $1,000 words article to put it for sale on the marketplace. Once you pass this, you have to get a certain score. A score, it's a similarity score. We set up at the percentage. You have to be below a certain level. I believe it's set up right now at 15%. I think we're going to go lower down to 10%. But right now, 15% is reasonable. It's loosened up. So you might use some quotes. You might use, but you cannot go over, say, 15% of the similarity. That means 15% of content found to be used on some other sites. Very simple understanding, right?
Right. So, and then you can take the report, though, it identifies the duplicated content, and you can go into your document and fix it.
Yeah.
So it's not just, it's not like getting.
Yeah, it's not like a dead end. You will get the report which highlights you the problem areas, and that if you fix these problem areas and run the scan again, you will get better results, right?
Right.
So it's not like a dead end. So you will just rework your article, knowing exactly what you need to fix, and just fix it and make it to certain parts and make it truly original.
Well, we have some pretty good FAQs on the marketplace. Oh, wait a minute. I wrote those.
Yes, we do have. You help us to write the FAQs. So we will post this FAQs we will have a separate page on here. So when you click on marketplace, instead of opening marketplace, we'll have a separate page with FAQ with explanation of what does it take to publish. So all we cover right now, you will have this in FAQs here.
And maybe it was just me. When I see CMS, because of my experience, I don't immediately think WordPress. I think something.
CMS is generic abbreviation for content management system. Right. Content management system could be WordPress, could be Ghost, could be the Medium. So whatever. There's a bunch of many Wix, Squarespace. This is all content management systems. By the way, some people ask me, can we integrate with Wix? No, unfortunately. We can't directly integrate because they just simply do not provide the API for posting. But we integrated with Ghost, we integrate with Blogger. We also integrate with Shopify. We just haven't released the Shopify integration yet. It requires some steps on Shopify and it's still waiting, but eventually we will release it later because right now we have many other things on our plate.
Well, I can say that Shopify is easier than WordPress, but not much.
Yeah. Another thing is what you can do is very simple. When you publish and let's say you don't have any of this integration, we have another thing is here's a publish on any non-integrated website is right here. When you click on other, all you need to do is just right now you can see I have one testing is set up. So basically you create this, you go to your settings, you go to integration, and you can see right here other non-integrated. So all you need to do is just say connect. You all need to do just specify your URL. That's all it takes. If you specify URL, whatever you are pasting your content, it doesn't ask you for login, for nothing. Just simply remembers this. This is your domain. It counted as your website that you connected, and then you can just simply, when you use it, you will have the downloaded HTML file which you can post it and use it. You can just export it HTML file every time you publish. Okay.
All right. So when will social media capabilities be available? I think that's going to appeal to a lot of people. Because a lot of people are just running social media. They're not writing a lot of content. There is lots of
apps today on the social media. I guess I look at this way. If it's a lot of apps, that means there's a lot of demand. There is lots of competition. But on the other hand, there's lots of people who wants this functionality. We're not sure yet how many codes it will automatically get all the platforms on social media. Possibly that we go more for premium, like 2-3 codes. We will decide within this month. By end of this month or early next month, we will release the social media. Can be run, like some people may not up to write the full blogs, but they do want to run the social media. They still can use the templates, the backups, the libraries, notes, research. So whatever they want to use, all the assets are available to, whether it's a full blog post for the blog site or it's a post for the social media. It's still assets are available there as well.
Here's another question that someone might have in mind. Says, wow, that's a lot.
It is.
Do I have to learn all of it to be an effective user of Blogly?
Well, it is a lot, true, but taking one step at a time. You need everything if you want to run a blog.
Right.
Like, for example, do you need to manage the assets? I can tell you that without it, it just, that's the whole idea started from good organization and managing assets. I was tired of running around, keeping all different folders where I keep all my data, all my collection of snippets of the files, of the PDFs, so there's the research components I have. So it's just tremendous amount of work of finding everything. I tried many different existing note-taking applications like Evernote, like Nimble. So there's a lots of other like note-taking application, but they disconnected from your publishing. So it's not exactly that it helps you. I mean, it's good to have, but I constantly still finding the gaps that I cannot use. Even there's such a big, huge application, and the application which I love actually, like Evernote. I love Evernote. I love Nimble, where I can simply save and move around and put everything what I want. But it's not as same as you have it next to you. So you can have, but you constantly need the search and finding, keeping some kind of organization there. Here is built everything for that kind of organization, everything linked to your article.
Well, I would say, from my perspective of having had an organizational issue like you've described, I had stuff scattered everywhere. To be effective with Blogly, write an article, import an article, learn how to create and structure your article, learn how to populate your assets, and start with that. Publish a couple of articles, get going. You can branch out and learn the other stuff. You can,
for example, like this one is a finished article that I wrote some time ago. There's a 5,000 word count, almost 5,000, right? There's 37 different blocks. So this is a big article, but it took me some time to work on it, to prepare. But do I have to use everything? No, as long as, I mean, you could use it only the parts you want to use, like having the blocks, I can move them around. They're all independent. It's a lot easier to write, a lot easier to manage all my collection of their files. So if that works for you, so in this, just use it what you need to use. Eventually, you will find a hide and hide functionality. Maybe I can pull some history that you find it helpful. Maybe I can use the complete incomplete. Maybe I can utilize some templates that I prepare. Maybe I can do some versioning of my blog and create multiple versions of the same blog, just with the different content. This is so important for copywriting. When I write something and I think, oh, this might work, but I like this, but let me change this. I like this one and that one for the maybe different reasons. So in this case, I keep all the different versions here. They're all in my accessibility. So it's very quick and easy to find what I want. Just simply opening, like it's like your storage, right? You get in, you pull anything you want, and it's a working storage. You have a workbench there, you have a lawnmower sitting there that you
power saws.
Oh yeah, you have power tools. This is all the power tools that are built in next to you, and plus you have additional features that you might not even think about. Oh, how nice it is when I say, okay, let me just collaborate. And I think the collaboration part, now I have a feedback, I have individual chats with my users. I can write them, they can write back to me. I can select which user I talk to. I can talk to the collaborators. I can create an issues like a built-in task manager inside. Once I create an issue, I can just say, okay, what is this? I write the issue and just work on it until I'm done. And I decide whether it's open or closed. And just the more issues I have, okay, I need to resolve some issues. So I have them available here and link not only the issue, just they link to specific block of the content.
Well, I think we've covered everything thoroughly. That's, where can I learn more? Well, obviously AppSumo, they can go to tomorrow.
Yeah, we have our YouTube channel. So I will be working on the smaller portions, and I'm going to be reworking it. I'm going to be adding the more and more content that works on the different pieces, like how to publish, or say how to connect, or say how to use notes, or how to use the research. Research alone, it takes another hour to explain. Yes, we didn't even get there, but you know that, right? So research is a separate topic. But hey, if you want to research, try it out. See, you might want to use it, you might not, but see what you pick up. You don't have to use everything. Just use what you think it's useful for you.
Right. Well, I use it. I have a client, and they are having me write for a water jet cutting CNC company. Well, I don't know too much about that. So I've been using the research tool to say, okay, here's the topic we want to write about. You know, I'll research that, get the right terms so I can speak the lingo, and, you know, that takes a little bit of time. I probably spent 45 minutes on that, and then a couple hours composing and editing the document. Boom, I'm done. I send it off. They publish it, so I don't do the publishing, but you know, that's coming. I'm learning that too.
Now here's a quick example of plagiarism scan, right? So this is the report, which comes in the PDF directly from. You gotta wait for a few minutes after it's compiled, right? When you send it, because some people are impatient, they want to write instant. No, well, it doesn't. It takes a little bit of time. It takes a few minutes until it gets there. Then you need to refresh, and then you will see it. This is embedded PDF report. Here is your very simple. Here's my 3% similarity score, which is really good, right? So you can see exactly it found like in 3% results found. So basically, 2 websites that are found some identical content, right? So this and this site. So also it highlights me the area that are some troublesome, right? So like this one, I might want to rework, and this one I might want to rework. But for the sake, because there's a lot of, I don't know sometimes how they work, how they actually, because so many sentences, I mean, how I know this sentence exactly could be used somewhere else, but they do have AI generated plagiarism. So this one is a brain of AI, what they think that this content potentially been taken from that particular site.
Right.
So when you see this, okay, what you need to do, just simply modify this content, work it off, make sure it's become yours. So when it's yours, run another scanner, and you get much better result of the similarity.
Cool. Well, let's let people go and get ready for the AppSumo event, or they can just go to blogly.com and start now.
Yeah. Okay, Tom, thank you very much. And
thanks, Gennady.
I hope that people find it interesting. Let them explore. There is a lots of things that we could not cover in this short time. Yeah, remember also the chat. When you open the chat here, you can reach us here. So there are a few of us sitting on the chat. So we try to overlap in the different times, daytime, nighttime. So if we are available, we can answer right away. If you don't answer right away, we'll send you the message within 24 hours or less.
Got it. All right, Gennady.
Okay.
Good luck tomorrow. Keep me posted.
Yeah, thank you, Tom. Okay. Yeah, bye.